XRP, $2.75. This thing is on a rocket ship. It is unstoppable. When are we going to get a big pullback? That is the big question, right? Because a lot of people want to buy in and they just couldn't do it because there's no entry, right? Unless you're looking at the smaller time frames. But how high can this thing can go? Where is it going to correct? When should we buy the dip? Or exactly how should we buy the dip is a better question. And ultimately, where's this thing going to go? All of that and more in today's video. This thing is on another level, all right? When you look at the rest of the market, for example, you know, we're kind of down. Like THETA is down 9%. Jeez. Filecoin is doing good. SHIB is down 5%. So the meme coins are kind of getting crushed. THETA is down about 2%. Jupiter down 8%. Doge down 4%. Pepe down 9%. Right? XLM is even down. Right? Flow 1%. Nereo Fetch is down 4%. Axelar. I mean, everything's down pretty much. Zcash is doing pretty good. Chainlink, whoa! Good morning, good afternoon, Chainlink. Wow. DOT is down. QNT is up pretty nicely. Look at Litecoin. Render, right? I wouldn't, sleep on Litecoin. XDC is doing well. I mean, it's kind of a mixed review. Some of them are down. Look at Solana. Solana ain't got nothing, 6%. So it looks to me like XRP is sucking the liquidity out of some of these other altcoins, right? Because you got to think about it from the meme coin perspective. Who are the meme coin investors? They are sensationalists. They are emotional. They are greedy. They are fearful. They are basically the epitome of retail, like the GameStop thing, right? So when meme coins are momentums, right? So when they see XRP flying to the upside, what do they do with their meme coins? They drop them and they go and chase XRP because their meme coins aren't doing anything, right? So you got to look at who the meme coin type of investor is and exactly their sort of psychology on how they do things. So I feel like they're dumping their memes and they're chasing XRP. Now, it's all about rotation. Like Trump's book, Art of the Deal, or Art of War, or The Art of Rotations. So I'm going to do a members video this week talking about The Art of Rotations. And if you want to check that video out, just hit join where you hit the subscribe button. And take it very seriously because this is our opportunity, right? These bull runs don't happen every day. They don't even happen every year. They don't even happen every 2 years. Sometimes, they say 4-year cycle, but sometimes they could be 5 or 6 years. It just really depends. When the market cycle gets stretched out, when liquidity gets, when these market caps get even bigger, things take longer. So you need to take advantage of this alt season that hasn't even started yet. Not financial advice, not at all, right? So let's jump into XRP. All right, so we can get rid of this because we can clearly see it's a rocket ship itself, right? So let's first of all, let's zoom out a little bit and let's see what we got here. Let's go to the weekly chart. All right, so when we look at the weekly chart, right, you can see it is doing exactly, right, as we talked about, exactly what it did back in 2015, 2016, except for one thing. It is twice the size of this, right? So this is 20 bars. This is 40 bars on the 2-month chart. So you can see, this is why I said for the last year, every video I've ever done, I said XRP is my biggest holding. Why? Because what it's doing. What is it doing? It is doing exactly what it did back over here. And what is that? Well, essentially, you have phases in a market. And the first phase is sort of, I would say phase 0, which is sort of the opening bid, the opening price, right? Sometimes it starts down and it moves down. Sometimes it starts and it goes up. Sometimes it goes side. It just depends. But you just call it phase 0. It's basically nothing, right? And then you have phase 1, which if the coin is worth anything and it's got value, then you see a bull run, okay? You see a bull phase. And then after that bull phase is complete, then you have a bear market. All right. Once that bear market is complete, then you have a retracement. Now, here's the thing. Either the retracement can get through and break out and continue to go, right? Like we saw with Solana, like we saw with other coins out there. You know what I mean? They didn't have to go through the brutal hell of reaccumulation. But going through reaccumulation actually is a better thing because it builds a stronger base, it gives you a bigger platform, and it allows for higher prices, right? So it's more sustainable. So after a retracement, then you come back down into reaccumulation, right? So you can see we had 2 boxes here of reaccumulation. And then we had that liquidity grab, and then we blasted off. So the whole thing is a rise, crash, retrace, reaccumulation, sideways, blast off. So it looks like this, right? So you basically take a screenshot of that and look at all your cryptos, and if you see that structure and you see this sideways, that's when you buy, right? So I've been buying XRP back over here and throughout here and throughout here. The reason why is because the reason why I bought it back here is because I didn't know we were going to have to go through all of this. But luckily we did. Luckily we had the lawsuit. I'm glad Ripple got sued. I'm glad we didn't go on a bull run, because now basically you put in all of this work, right? The structure, look how big the structure is. This is a base. This is sideways accumulation, right? And most people don't want nothing to do with it, right? They want to go chase big green candles. Now, these candles are getting pretty big, but not nearly as big as we think they could be. For example, if you look at Dogecoin, check this out. If you look at Dogecoin here, let's go to this one here, right? Now look at this. Let me remove that. All right. Look at that. What do you see, guys? I see a copy of XRP. Okay. Look at this. Dogecoin was going sideways forever. And then what happened? Elon tweeted it out or whatever that event occurred, and we had this massive blast off. But guess what? Who the hell was buying in here? Nobody, not even me. I should have been buying, but I wasn't smart and I didn't think about it, right? I should have. But I wasn't involved in meme coins. I didn't see the value in them. Today I do see the value, right? Some guy sold his Pokemon card for, tens of thousands of dollars, and it's just a Pokemon card. Well, guess what? A meme coin is just like a Pokemon card. Some of them are valuable, some of them aren't. Some of them will be, So, but what is the lesson? The lesson is sideways. This is what you want, right? So look for charts that have a sideways base, because oftentimes it leads into an explosive rally. If we look at the Fibonacci scale on Dogecoin here and we pull it all the way down, you can see we totally blew right past all of these fib levels, okay? And I'll be even more conservative, and I'll put it at the, not the wick, but I'll put it at the base here. I'll be even more conservative. You can see we came all the way up to the 4.236, right? But look at that. It didn't even stop there. It kept going. So if we go back and we change this to log scale, where did this thing actually go? Well, it went almost to the 2618. That is absolutely insane, because this is log scale, right? So we'll be even more conservative and we'll say the 2.272. All right. And if I pull it down a little bit more, let me just make sure. Let me just put it right there. I want to see exactly where this thing went. Okay, so the 2.272, perfectly right there. 2.272. Okay, so we went sideways, right? And now look at this. This is very important. Look at this. So we had wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. And then it was done. And we hit the 2.272. Okay, now let's translate that to XRP. Remember, you have this sideways base here. So I'm going to go to XRP, and you can see something very, very similar. Look at this. We have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, but where is wave 5? We don't have wave 5. Dogecoin went into its wave 5 and it hit the 2.272. All right. So let's go and let's take everything off the screen here. Right. So Dogecoin, basically it was this big. This was Dogecoin's base. And it went all the way up to the 2.272. XRP went there. It went 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It had basically 4 more different areas it had to go through, right? So, okay, so now let's do this. Let's take a Fibonacci extension and let's look at where we are exactly here. Let me make it a little bit bigger. By the way, if you can hit that like button, I mean, come on, XRP 275, 274, right? We're almost to the 886, guys. That's almost $3. Okay, so yeah, let's keep it going. So if we look at the Fibonacci level, what did I say? The 2.272. But this is on linear scale, guys. That's $7.36. This is linear scale. Okay, so remember, Dogecoin on its area, it went way beyond that. Where did it go? Again, it went to the 2.272. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Let's go to settings. Let's turn it on log scale. You guys are going to trip out. You guys are going to have a heart attack when you see this. But it's probably not even real. Let's check it. Let's take a look. Where is the 2.272? It is all the way at $236. What the is that? Wow. That is absolutely insane. Now, do I believe it's going there? No. Do I think it's going to go there? No. Is it going to go there? No. Probably not, right? Well, okay. So if Dogecoin can hit the 2.272 on its 5th wave, then where can XRP hit? If it's twice as big, right? We have a structure that is twice as big, plus we have utility, plus we didn't go on a bull run last cycle, plus it's way better, right? But then also we have to subtract how big the market cap is, because in all fairness, Dogecoin market cap was really, really small. So we have to take that into consideration, right? So in order to hit $236, you would need trillions in market cap. And basically you would have to overtake Bitcoin by a lot. And I just don't really see that at all, okay? Unless they come out, Ripple comes out with Jerome Powell shaking his hand with President Trump and Russia and China saying, hey, we're going to use this and we don't care if you like it or not, you know? So that, I mean, that's really how it could get there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe retail can push it that high. I don't think so. But, okay. So Dogecoin hit the 2.272. So let's be more conservative. Let's be conservative. That's where Dogecoin hit. Now, if we go down to the 2, that's $94. That's still a lot. Okay, let's be even more conservative. Let's just say the 1618. Well, guess what? If Dogecoin can hit an equivalent of $236, why can't XRP hit $26? It's significantly less, right? But again, the market cap, all that stuff, right? So there's a big theory, you know, market cap doesn't mean anything. It does mean something. I can understand both arguments, but it is what it is. So if XRP, like they said, Brad Garlinghouse, what did he say? Ripple is to payments. Amazon is to books as Ripple is to payments. Amazon started off doing books, and then they migrated to payments. All right. And then they migrated to other things, right? So Ripple is starting to do payments, and now hopefully they will migrate and do other things, right? Brad Garlinghouse said himself, we're not here to be a regular company. We're here to put a dent in the universe. Well, the universe is pretty big. So I think this is just one cycle. There's going to be more cycles, right? But I think we can see it, even if we didn't hit the 1618, we can hit the 1.47, which is a 1.47 on the market cap. Guess what the market cap is on 1.47? $589 billion, 589. Oh, have you heard of that number? Because it's been floating around for years. So it makes you wonder, right? So this is insane. This is crazy. This is really, really high. This is, realistic. And this is likely. So I would say anywhere between $8 and $26. And if you cut it in half, that's about $15, right? So I think $15 is an appropriate number. Now, a lot of people are probably going to sell early. So there's going to be a lot of rotations, right? Because you're going to have these XRP guys who have been holding for a long, long time, right? I'll give you an example. Tony Edwards, I think his name is. He's a great guy. Subscribe to his channel, the Thinking Crypto channel. He put a tweet out. He said he's selling between $6 and $8. I think that's what he said. So I personally think it's a little bit low, but I can understand his reasoning. He's an OG, right? He's an OG. And if he's doing that, you have to imagine other people are doing that as well, right? Because if they've been buying in here, especially in here, right? Like the digital asset investor, he got in back over here. I bet his portfolio is got to be at least $5-10 million right now. It has to be, right? Because he's been buying when it was less than a penny. So probably even more than that. So congrats to him. Definitely subscribe to his channel, right? And he's the guy who really kind of woke me up a little bit here. Because I've been searching for XRP and I knew how weird it was. And, when there's so much hatred around it, it makes me think like Donald Trump. I compare XRP to Donald Trump. When Donald Trump came out, what did they do? The media slammed him. They went after him. They impeached him. They did the Mueller witch hunt. Russia, Russia, Russia. They did all this stuff. They went after his family, right? They shot him. They tried to do all this stuff, right? That's what XRP is, right? XRP is the same thing. They're going after him. They talk crap, right? Cointelegraph, sometimes they won't even mention them, right? Or CoinDesk or one of those. Now they're being forced to talk about XRP. But before, they wouldn't even mention it, right? And a lot of these channels, these Bitcoin maxi channels, they don't even talk about XRP. But now they're being forced to talk about it. But how come they didn't tell their subscribers before it actually blew up? Guess what? All their subscribers are knocking on their door, commenting on their videos, hey, XRP, XRP, XRP. And then they come out and make content about it, acting like they've been there since day one. No. We've been here since day one. Since my channel started last October, right? I've been talking about it 100% nonstop, letting everybody know exactly. And you can go back and watch my videos. Go back 8 months and watch my XRP video, okay? And every video, I said the same thing. And why am I saying it? Because I'm trying to pound it into as many heads as I can because I want me and you to do well, right? So if you listened, right, I can't give financial advice, but at the end of the day, if you took anything from it, right, which allowed you to do your own research, hopefully, and you bought XRP and you looked at the chart yourself and you made the educated decision, because it's not on me, it's on you, right? You did this, not me. I'm just the one who's spreading the message, right? So XRP, we are alive and well, right? Because look at this sideways torture. How many people quit XRP during that time? A lot of people. A lot of people sold, right? Because they couldn't handle it anymore, right? So price corrects through price, but it also corrects through time. And when you look at this, right, we've had multiple accumulation structures here, right? We've had multiple. So all of this accumulation, and then we go up distribution, and then we go back reaccumulation, right? All of this is basically like a coiled spring. It's like charging the batteries, and now we're seeing the explosive after effect. Okay, we got all that. So what do we see here, right? What has been the primary message? Well, we see a beautiful W pattern, right? And we know this because when we look at, for example, let's just go to Ethereum, right? You just go to ETH and you look back in the day, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. We have a beautiful W pattern. So this is where we are right now. So if I had to guess, XRP is somewhere around here. So we still have much more to go. Let's see exactly where we are here. Let's put the fib down. Okay. And now let's go back to XRP. Okay. And then let's look at its fib level. And let's see where exactly are we. And we'll use log scale for this. Okay, so we just blew right past the 886 on log scale. So we did it. We did it. There's no more. Okay, but wait, there is more. Because look, we have linear scale, which is more conservative. Just know log scale is liberal, linear scale is conservative. So right now, we're right at the 886. All right. Okay, so let's go back to Ethereum. 1 second here. Ethereum. We'll go to Coinbase. And we'll go back over here. So where's the 886? So right now, we're right about here, guys. That's where we are. So we're at the equivalent of Ethereum, about $1,000. And then where did it go beyond that? Right? Where did it go beyond that? It went to about the 1.47. So it missed it by a little bit. Let's see here. Let's see. We missed it by, I should go down here. We're going to go down. Yeah, 7%. No big deal. What's 7% among friends? Nothing. Okay. So now let's go back to XRP. And I should just have two charts in one screen. But okay, here we go. So if we look, where is the 1.47? That is actually at $4.74. But wait, this is on linear scale. We have to go back to log scale. You didn't think it was going to be that low, did you? Okay, let's go back to linear. So where's the 1.47? Look at that. It's at $15. Okay, so basically, you know, that's pretty big there. So let me do this right here. Okay, so today is Cyber Monday, and guess what is not on sale? XRP is not on sale this Cyber Monday. So we did not get a Cyber Monday deal. But when you look at all the other cryptos, you got some pretty good Cyber Monday deals. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's look at this. I'm trying to give you guys an idea of where this thing can go. All right, based off what Ethereum did, because the Ethereum is the closest in market cap we can relate to in terms of price and percentage. All right, so we are just, how far away are we from the one-to-one extension? Let's do this. Okay, so we are approximately, I'm going to give you guys some accurate numbers here. So we are about 20% away from the all-time high. Okay, so we're 20% away. So let's do that. Whoops. Put it there. Okay, now let's come over here and we'll take a measurement. And let's see, I think this is going to be different. Yeah, okay. So we'll just say, because I'm not going to try to, it's going to be right about here. I'm trying to get the ballpark here. So let's see. Yeah, that's close enough. Look at that, 22%. Okay, I'll take it. All right, so we'll say that's about 1450 or so. All right, so let's do this now. Let's measure it a different way. Now, we're right about here. Okay, so that, yeah, right about there, about 20%. So now let's go up and see where it went to. So from there, it went up about, let's say 295%. So we'll just say 300%. All right, easier to remember. All right, 300%. So let's round it up. All right, now let's do this. Let me stretch it over a little bit. Okay, now let's take a measurement. And we're going to go up 300% from where we are now. So where does 300% get us? That gets us to about $11. Well, gee, would you look at that? So that would make total sense. So about, 10, 11, 12, 13, even 15 on the high side. So there you go. That's what you got. So then you say, well, what about Dogecoin and that $26 number you were talking about? What about that? So that's what I'm saying. There's a couple different ways you can look at this, right? If you are conservative, market cap oriented, then focus on that, on this 300%, probably 8 to 10, $11. If you are sort of hardcore Ripple, hardcore believer, even a dreamer, right? Because you got to be a little bit of a crazy nut to do that, right? I mean, I heard some of these Bitcoin maxi guys, well, maybe not maxi guys, but back in the day when Bitcoin was like a couple bucks, and then when it went all the way into that 2014 bull run, it went to $1,000, right? Or even beyond that. And then when they had that bear cycle, right? Because there was a couple bear cycles, I think one in 2013. I can't remember exactly, but I know basically what I'm saying is their net worth went up like tens and like $30 million up, you know what I mean? And then like $20 million down. So they saw and some of them were even more than that, like $100 million. So imagine buying Bitcoin for a couple pennies or a couple bucks, and then it goes up and your portfolio is at $100 million. And then you watch your portfolio go all the way back down to like a couple mil. So you basically got wiped out like $90+ million. I think that was one of the Winklevoss guys and some other people. I can't remember their names, but wow, can you imagine that? They had to be nuts. They had to be a dreamer. They had to have that special something about them. They had to have the number one word in crypto, which is conviction. You got to have the conviction. You got to have the belief in your stomach, knowing what this thing is worth. And back then, in 2014, it was much harder to have conviction because you didn't know where this thing was going. It was still brand new. It'd only been trading for a few years, right? So it was really hard. Can you imagine losing like $90 million in one bear market? It was hard to know exactly where this thing was going. So today, crypto has become validated, right? We see utility. We see, everybody taking it seriously. Back then, it was the wild, wild west, right? And we didn't know where this thing was really going to go. We didn't know if it was going to be a tulip mania, right? We didn't know anything. So, but those guys did. Because why? Because they wrote the code. They know the technology, and they know how powerful. They said this is going to change the world, like Steve Jobs once said, right? So that's what we see. And fast forward all the way till 2025, basically, and what do we see today? So, but how are we going to know exactly where this thing tops? Because I want myself and all of you to get the best bang for your buck, but also not to hold your bag and losing a lot of money. So the best way to do this is dollar cost averaging. And again, I'm going to be including these step by step, what I'm doing in a members video, but we need the wave structure, right? We need all-time highs. We need, because right now, let's see here. Let me get rid of this because we don't need it anymore, right? Right now, we only have 1, 2, 3. So I'm looking for a wave 4 in here. I don't know if we're going to break all-time highs or if we're going to get a wave 4 first. It's probably best if we get a wave 4 first. I don't know. It just really depends. But if we get a fourth wave first, what I can do is I can measure the third to the top back down to where the fourth ended. Maybe it's somewhere at $1.60. Maybe it's somewhere around $1.30. We're at 275. We could drop all the way back down to $1.30 very easily. And it would scare a lot of people, and people would lose a lot of money. And you might even have people doing things, sadly, right? Just crazy people doing crazy things. So that's why I'm saying I go back to the Bitcoin guy, right? He had to stomach the volatility in order to get to the promised land. Now Bitcoin's at $100,000. Now his Bitcoin's worth billions and billions of dollars, right? I don't need to be a billionaire, right? I don't need to be that rich. I just need to be set. So my family's taken care of, right? I want to help people. I love dogs. I like helping dogs. I want to freaking one day hopefully own a shelter, right? And get dogs to be adopted, and then also, kids with disabilities. My my sister, she has Down syndrome, and it was really hard for my mom growing up, and she's an adult now. She's in her 20s, but it was a challenge. Having a sibling with Down syndrome is just, it was hard. So I know how hard it was on them. So, people like that need some help. I was watching a Mr. Beast video, and he helped like 1,000 people see for the first time. Or he helped 1,000 people hear for the first time. And just being able to hear your son's voice for the first time, or being able to hear your mother's voice for the first time, or being able to, see for the first time, right? It's like powerful. So for me, like, what makes me happy? Buying a Lamborghini or helping somebody, see for the first time. You know what I mean? Like things like that. And I think we need more of those people. And that's what I really want to focus on is helping people, right? For me, I want to set myself up and be set. That way I don't have to worry about it. And then from there, helping people. Because what's better? Christmas morning, right? Receiving a gift or giving a gift? What feels better? Giving, right? Always giving feels way better. So that's what it's all about, right? So anyways, the next thing is to be watching out for a correction. We haven't had a proper correction yet, right? So we've had corrections on the small time frames, but we haven't really had one on the daily chart. We had a little bit of a correction here, but we haven't had anything substantial yet. And that is, concerning on some extent, right? And I know we're getting a lot of nines here. Look at that. The 2-day 9 called the consolidation, right? We just had a 3-day 9, right? And it basically just blew right past it. But oftentimes when you get a 9 on the 3-day and then you accelerate up, we're probably going to have to come back down and retest that red dot. Where's that red dot at? It's right at 235. Okay. So this is going to be a big challenge because when XRP moves, it moves fast. And same thing when we crash, right? Because we're going to have a big dump. Now, depending on how severe the dump is, a lot of times you have these shallow retracements. Sometimes they're not scary at all. I mean, percentage-wise, yes. But for example, if we look at, let's go to Bitcoin real quick. Okay, so when you look at Bitcoin and you look back over here, we really only had, I mean, you can count this one, but I'm just going to say 1, 2, and then 3. So we really only had 2 corrections. And then here was the bear market, or that was distribution, right? So what about THETA? What about other coins? Well, guess what? They're going to come too. They haven't even begun yet. So this, XRP is exciting. It's great, but it hasn't even begun yet, all right, for the other coins. So for example, I could prove that to you right now. Look at this. If we pull up THETA, right, and we look at them both side by side, let me turn this off. You can see very clearly that Bitcoin was going first. THETA was going sideways, right? And then Bitcoin's going up, 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 up. And now it's at the very top. It's done. Bitcoin is done. It's finished. It's over. But guess what? That's when THETA got started, right? So if we look right over here, if I take a vertical line and I put it right here, that's when the THETA bull run started, right? And not just THETA, but other coins as well. But look where Bitcoin was. Bitcoin had already topped. That's when THETA exploded. Okay, so if we go back in time, now if we look over here, right? Well, guess what? Bitcoin hasn't topped yet. Maybe it has, and we don't see the structure, but I'm kind of looking for, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then I'm looking for it to kind of do something like this. So once we get up here, right? Maybe we play a little bit, and then we kind of get over here. Well, let me draw that a little bit better. We get up here, we play around a little bit, right? And then once we get like the equivalent over here, that's when we shoot up. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. We're still very early. So, it's going to take some time. So if you look at Bitcoin back over here, right? And let's do the same thing. Let's take the fib level here, and remember XRP was around the 886, right? So where is the 886? Well, look at that. It's right here. And look what Bitcoin did, right? Now, granted, what's the difference between Bitcoin and XRP during this cycle? Well, look at this. XRP went into a rise, crash, retrace, then it came down, and then it went into reaccumulation, then it went up. Bitcoin just came down and then went accumulation, step up, accumulation, step up, accumulation, step up, accumulation, and then it went, right? So there's 2 different ways it can go down, right? So XRP was just kind of sideways forever. So this is not too much of a good example, but look here. This is what happened when we got the 1-to-1 extension. We had a massive running flat, A, B, C, and then we exploded. Okay, so if we translate that to XRP, right? We translate that to XRP, we could see something like that, right? We can see, for example, let me use this here. So let's say we go up a little bit more, then we pull back like this, then we shoot the high, and then we come down into a running flat, and then we continue marching up. So we have to be aware of that. And XRP loves to do these triangles, right? So we could see a triangle coming up soon. It really just depends, you know. So actually, my dad called me today. That's why I'm kind of like thinking, hey, this top could be, this fourth wave that we're expecting here, right? Because you got 1, 2, 3. I'm waiting for 4, and then we get 5, right? And then it's probably finished. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my dad called me, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe, when people start calling you that about crypto, you know what I mean? That's kind of when hey, maybe the top's coming in. Because if he's hearing about it, then other retail people are hearing about it too, right? So he gave me like $5,000 in 2021 to buy XRP, and I got it for him for about 90 cents. And he's been holding it forever, and he's been asking about it from time to time. But now his 90 cents totally has paid off, right? So yeah, we should expect some type of fourth wave. So what if the fourth wave isn't here yet, right? What if we still have a lot more to go before we hit that fourth wave? Well, let's take a little bit closer of a look. Let's go to the 12-hour. So if we go to the 12-hour chart, so what we have here, there's a couple of different ways we can count it, but let's see if we can count it this way here. So for example, we'll start here. This is a 1, 2, right? And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then to me, this would be 1, 2 of the third. All of this is 3, 4, and 5. So that would be the third. So then we have 1, 2, all of this is 3, and then this would be 4, right? And then now we're in the fifth. Okay, so let's figure out the fifth. Now we got that out of the way. Let's take a look at the fifth here. So I really don't see. So I'm trying to look for things that are in the same degree, like that and that is in the same degree, right? This and this is in the same degree. Okay, so what we have here potentially, and fifth waves could be extended fifth waves too. So, let's actually bump it down to the 8-hour chart. All right, so we got a little bit more wave definition here. So what we see here, well, you could say that's a 1, 2, but I'm going to start it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you go. You got 5 waves. So it could be finished now. It could be finished right now. This is the 8-hour chart. It ends in 3 hours, and it looks like a doji candle, so just be aware of that. All right, so there's one more count that could be. So this is 1, 2. All of that is 3, right? Then we get something like this, where we get like, some type of correction like that, right? And then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what we have, ladies and gentlemen, is 1, 2, all of that's 3, 4, and that's 5. Okay? So that's what we got here. That's how you count it. That's how I would count it. Now, there's different ways you can count it. But let's just stick with this first. Now, does that mean I expect an immediate correction? No. Here's the thing. This wave might not be finished yet. We might have to go up a little bit more, right? And then in that case, we take everything off the screen. And then let's zoom in. Let's go to the 2-hour chart. Right? So in the 2-hour chart, you can see also 5 waves. Look at this. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then look at this. You got 1, 2. All of that's 3. Then you come back 4, then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. Right? So maybe we hit up that $3 area. I think we have a good shot at hitting $3. And then we should get that fourth wave, which could be very big. All right? So just be aware of that. And then once it happens, everybody's going to panic and they're going to say, see, it's over. Everybody's, XRP is finished. It's over. And that's probably where we're going to see a lot of these other altcoins take off, because people are going to take their profits and they're going to run and they're going to put it in other coins. And that's when we're going to see THETA and other coins start to really rip, right? So, but it's not going to be over. It's just going to be the fourth wave, right? So it's going to be wave 4 of this degree. So it's going to be 1, 2, right, 3, 4, and then 5. So we should get something big. Now, how big is it going to be? I mean, we don't have any structure to look at. We basically don't know, right? We can throw up some fibs. We can do things like that. But at the end of the day, we're just going to have to follow it as it comes. So that's really it about XRP. Congratulations, man. That's amazing here. Now, so if you have been following me through here, let me know in the comment section, because I'm curious. Because that's where legends are made. When you buy when nobody else is even willing to buy, right? Because what was the whole thing? The whole thing was that we have 3 up, we have 3 down, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that right there is 3. We talked about that. So that's an A. Okay, and then what did we have? We had A. We had a 3-wave move down. This 3-wave move was so bullish, I kept saying over and over and over, and it took 1 year. This is a 1-year 3-wave pullback inside of a reaccumulation level, and the cherry on top was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had a wave 1 and we flagged out for a wave 2. So this was a 1 and we flagged out for a 2, right? So there's your B. So it's A, B, and now we have 1, 2. This is 3. We're going to get 4, and then we're going to go up and get 5. Okay? So that's how it's going to go down. That's what I've been saying this whole time. And it's playing out exactly how we envisioned it. Now, I didn't think it was going to be this extreme. I mean, this is hardcore right here, but it doesn't surprise me at all. Why? Because look at this. This right here is an accumulation base that took, so it started in, let's say, July 22, July 23, July 24. So it took 3.5 years, guys. This thing took basically, we were in here for 3.5 years, right? And that's the after effect. So that's what we look for. So this is valuable information. Why? Because now we can take this and now we can look at other charts, right? And we can try to figure out what other charts are doing this, right? And maybe none of them are doing it to this extent. Now, Litecoin is doing it. Now, let's take a look at Litecoin here. People don't care about Litecoin. They say, oh, it's nothing. But look, it's a crypto. It's got a lot going for it. It's in my opinion, look at Litecoin. Oh, look at that. It's breaking out. Whoa! Good morning, or good afternoon, Litecoin. Look at that. See? Told you. Told you. Look at this. And why was I bullish on Litecoin? I made a Litecoin only video, right? And nobody even wants to touch Litecoin, and that makes me bullish, right? Remember Litecoin back in 2017? Everybody's talking about it. 2018, everybody's talking Litecoin, Litecoin. Now nobody even cares about it. It doesn't even exist to people. It's not even in people's vocabulary anymore. But I say that's ridiculous because you got to look at what Litecoin's doing. Look at this. A, B, C. Anytime you have an accumulation structure, and this is another reason I started my YouTube channel, because I saw nobody talks about this, or at least that I've seen, right? Anytime you have an accumulation structure, look how long this took, right? So this also took 3.5 years, right? So this is a big accumulation structure, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, or you can say 5 here, and then you have, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then we have 1, 2, 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is that? That's an A, B, C. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have an A, B, C here, right? And then what is this? This is a 1, and then we were bottlenecking 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we shot up. And then now we're breaking out. Look at this. This is a 3.5 year accumulation structure. If I didn't know, I would. It's kind of tough because, let's take a look at the small time frames. I mean, this thing has barely getting going. I think this has a lot more to go. Now, would I buy it right this second? I mean, I can't say that. I'm not gonna say that. But it hasn't gone extended yet, right? Because look at this, right? This is sideways, right? And then we come up here. Look at the angle. It's not that steep. And then look at this. This was beautiful. We had a beautiful running flat here, right? So we built a base, and now we're starting to break out. And if you notice the breakout here, look at this. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we have another 1, 2. This looks like it's going in 3, 4, and 5. I think this got more legs to go, right? So like I've been saying, I've been talking about Litecoin, pretty aggressively the last 6 weeks, letting people know, hey, this thing's getting ready. So now, is it going to give you explosive 1000x gains like some of these meme coins? No, but it's less riskier than the meme coins. Why? Because Litecoin's an OG, and OGs, are safety trades, right? So if you look at Litecoin on the monthly chart, it is immaculate. Why? Because this is also one of the biggest bases in crypto history. Look at this. Look at that sideways accumulation structure. So remember, we just saw that with XRP. Okay, so if you take this is also a sideways accumulation structure. Look at that, we're breaking out. Okay, so if that's the case and you zoom out a little bit, guess what? We're also most likely going to break out. And if you want to know where Litecoin is going to go, watch my Litecoin video. Type in Crypto Brandon Litecoin, and you'll see a Litecoin only video. And I go in and I talk about it. And yeah, so keep an eye on this right here. Let's see if we broke it. I don't know if we broke it or not. Oh, look at that. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. So there you go, right? You can also look at it as A, B, C, D, and E. We have a contracting triangle here, right? So we have a 1, 2, 3, a fourth wave triangle, and now we're going to get wave 5. Where's wave 5 going to go? Well, it's at least going to go to, let me put that on linear scale. it's at least going to go to $700. 662 is the 618. All right. So 662 is the target. That's the minimum target that I expect Litecoin to go. Now, that's contingent on us getting through the fib levels. And if you notice, Litecoin hasn't even gotten through the fib level. So look at this. Here's the art of rotation. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tease here for my members video. Look at this. Where's XRP at? We can use fib levels. If I can use any indicator in the world, it would be fib. Why? Because fibs are measurements, and measurements are the best thing in the world because they unlock wealth. How? Because look, XRP is where? It's at the 886. Whereas Litecoin, it's not even at the 382. It's way down here. So if I made 500% on XRP, I can then take 30%, right, and transfer it back over here and then ride that sucker up, right? And then basically it's like a washing machine, like laundering. Now, it's not money laundering, but it's like laundering. You're basically recycling your money, right? So that is the art of rotation. So keep an eye out for that members video coming very soon. By the way, a membership, it's only a couple bucks. I think it's, $3.99 a month. So, I mean, cup of coffee. And if you don't like it, just cancel it. I mean, some people say, oh, I'm just going to buy it for 1 month just so I can get that one video. Hey, go for it. A $3.99 investment, I think it's a good deal. Because think about it like this. Some of these guys that are very talented, they have Discords. And maybe I might open a Discord one day. But they have Discords. And guess what they charge? They charge $50 a month. Some of them charge $30 a month. Some of them charge $80. Some of them, I've seen them all the way up to $100 a month, even beyond that, for their trades and their calls. I don't do calls. I don't do trade signals. I don't do that stuff. I'm just giving you the I'm giving you the layout, and then you make the decision what you want to do, right? I'm providing basically what I'm doing. So, do with what you will. But yeah, $30, $40, $50 a month. I mean, I don't think I'm worth that. I mean, maybe I am. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable charging people like that. So my thing is, screw the Discord. Why not just do a membership and just charge a couple bucks a month, $3, $4 a month? It's so easy, So that's the difference, right? Now, granted, a Discord, you're getting much more, you're getting much more content, right? Because for members, I'm only putting out like 2 videos a month. Sometimes I'll do more. It just depends on what's going on. So anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. So I know you guys want to know about HBAR and all these other coins, and I'm going to get into that in the next video, because if I go over an hour, I don't get no views, and I want to help people. See, for me, it's not really about the views. It's about getting as many people to watch it. And you say, well, that's the same thing. But people do views, like Mr. Beast. He wants views because views are dollars, right? He's got what, 300 million subscribers. So if you put a video out and you get 200 million views, you're getting millions of dollars a video, which is beautiful, right? Now, somebody like me, I get about I have 1,000 or about 3,000 subscribers. Maybe I get about 1,000 views a video. You're talking a couple bucks there. You know what I mean? So it's a big difference. So I'm not doing it just for a couple dollars. I'm doing it because I love to do it. Now, I can do it, for example, I could put out a 10-minute video, and I know people want those videos, and it's just not my style. You know, sometimes I could do recap videos, but there's just so much information. So it's kind of hard to condense it into 10 minutes. But I could do that and still get the same amount of revenue for advertising as if my videos were an hour long. You see what I mean? But so basically I'm giving 6 videos in one video, right? And I'm getting the same amount in monetization. So, you know, when I say hit the like button, it's just know I'm not doing it for financial gain. I'm doing it because I want people to see, because I believe that I have value. And that value is really going to come down to this bull market. And if you play your cards right, you can hit it out of the park. So anyways, that's what I have to say for this video. I'm going to put another video out today, and I'm going to go over a lot of these altcoins. So stay tuned for that. And anyways, I will catch you guys on the next one. Hit the like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.